Being a videographer in this day and age means you're standing at the edge of the biggest shift our industry has ever seen. And here's what's crazy, only the most driven creators can feel it. The others, they have no idea what is about to hit them. I'm talking about the videographers who are still shooting weddings for $2,000, delivering corporate talking head videos for $3,500, and rap music videos for $500, and wondering why their clients keep ghosting them after the first project. They're operating like it's 2019, completely oblivious to the fact that the ground beneath them is crumbling. This is a game of chess now, and on the other side of the board are three kings making moves that could wipe out half our industry in the next few years. I'm not trying to scare you, I'm trying to show you the way forward, because here's the thing. You can either let these three kings crush you, or you can use their momentum to push you forward. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. Because while these three kings have absolutely destroyed underprepared videographers, the ones who refuse to adapt, who cling to the old way of doing things, who think their red camera and film school degree will protect them, they're also creating the biggest opportunity we have ever seen. The opportunity to separate yourself from 90% of the market, to position yourself as irreplaceable, to build a video business that doesn't just survive, but thrives in this new landscape. But first, you need to understand exactly what you are up against, because if you don't see these threats coming, you won't be able to turn them into advantages. So let me introduce you to the three kings. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll either be terrified or inspired. And honestly, you should be both. King number one, the AI revolution. And here's why pretty videos are now worthless. Here's what's happening right now. While most videographers are not paying attention, someone can literally wake up tomorrow, type a few prompts into Sora, generate a cinematic 1080p, even 4K video footage, clone a human voice and face, add ambient sound effects, and deliver a full-blown video campaign without ever touching a camera. No lights, no lenses, no crew, no location scouts, no travel, no equipment rentals, just a laptop and a $50 monthly software subscription. Let me show you how deep this goes, because it isn't some distant future scenario. This is literally happening right now as you are watching this freaking video. The AI arsenal that is replacing traditional video production. Sora can generate realistic video scenes up to 1080p from simple text prompts, and so can VEO3. You can type a woman walking through a modern office building, natural lighting, cinematic, and it will literally create that exact scene. It supports storyboarding frame by frame, can remix existing footage, extend clips and outputs in any format you need. Square for Instagram, vertical for TikTok, horizontal for YouTube. 11 Labs can clone any voice with just 30 seconds of audio. It can create realistic text-to-speech in multiple languages with emotional inflection. It can even generate sound effects from prompts like rainstorm in forest, or busy coffee shop ambiance, or car engine starting. ChatGPT and other language models can write scripts that follow proven copywriting frameworks, generate hooks that grab attention, and structure narratives that convert. Runway ML can do advanced video editing, remove backgrounds, change colors, and manipulate footage in ways that used to require After Effects expertise and years of learning. Now, here's where it gets really dangerous. These aren't just isolated tools. People are building complete systems by stacking them together. They'll use ChatGPT for the script, Sora for the visuals, 11 Labs for voice and sound, Runway for editing, and boom, they got a complete video campaign in hours, not weeks, sometimes even 15 minutes. I'd bet money you've already seen many ads created using this exact process. Whether you know it or not, you've seen tons of videos, campaigns, TV commercials. I've had people ask my students whether their ads feature real people or AI, because that is how good it has gotten. And here's the part that should terrify traditional videographers. Content that would cost $3,000 to $5,000 from a professional videographer can now be created for the price of monthly software subscriptions, maybe $100 total. Now you're probably thinking, Ridge, AI can't completely replicate the human touch. It can't capture real emotion. Don't worry, it's not actually going to get rid of our jobs. It can't understand nuance. It can't replace what a real cinematic videographer brings to a project. And you're right, it can't. Not completely. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most videographers don't want to hear. It doesn't have to. AI doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be good enough. And for most business owners, the ones who are paying your bills, good enough is exactly what they're looking for. Let me explain what I mean real quick. Here's what business owners actually care about when they hire you to make a video. What do they actually, deep down, care about? Do they give any shit about your color grading? Do they care about your lens choice? Do they care about 3-point lighting setups, or your gimbal work, or your film school credentials? No, not at all. They care about one thing: results. Money in their pocket from the videos you create. They care about whether that video is going to generate lead flow, whether it's going to book sales calls, train their team better to influence efficiency, whether it's going to make them money. And here's the brutal reality. If an AI generated video can generate 50 leads at $30 per lead, and your beautifully shot, professionally edited video generates 30 leads at $50 per lead, if you even know how to run an ad with it, which one do you think the business owner is going to choose? The one that costs less and performs better. They do not care that yours has better cinematography. They don't care that yours has soul or authenticity or whatever artistic quality that you want to assign to it. They care about the ROI, period. This is why AI is so dangerous. Not because it's better than you at making videos, because it's not, but because it's good enough to deliver results at a fraction of the cost. Now listen, I've seen this play out in real time. I know videographers who used to charge $5,000 for a promo video, talking head, B-roll music, whole package, the whole 9 yards. Nice work, professional, polished, but now their clients are coming back and saying, hey, our CMO, our marketing director chick found this service that can create something similar for like $50. Can you match that? If they even come to you and tell you that. And these videographers aren't stuck. They can't match that price without losing money. But if they don't, they lose the client. So they either race to the bottom and destroy their profit margins, or they lose the work entirely. This is the AI trap, and it's only going to get worse. But here's the opportunity. Now, before you spiral into some existential dread about AI taking your job and the rest of your livelihood, let me show you the other side of the coin. Because while AI is crushing videographers who compete on pretty videos, it is creating massive opportunity for videographers who compete on something else entirely: strategy and results. See, AI can generate footage. It can create voiceovers. It can edit sequences together. But here's what it can't do. It can't properly diagnose an entire business's marketing problems. It can't understand why their current funnel isn't converting. It can't craft a strategic video campaign that addresses specific objections at specific stages of the customer journey. It can't analyze KPIs and optimize based on real data. That requires human intelligence, strategic thinking, business acumen, because of all the spiderweb of data that is required. And that's exactly where you need to position yourself. Don't compete with AI in video production. Compete on video strategy. Use AI as your assistant, as a tool, not your replacement. Let Sora generate your B-roll. Let 11 Labs handle your voiceovers or rough drafts to speed up your workflow. Let ChatGPT help you brainstorm hooks and scripting structures. But you're the strategist who ties everything together: the distribution method, the ad structure, the KPI development. You're the one who understands the client's business, identifies their bottlenecks, crafts the offer, structures the funnel, and measures the results. AI can help you work faster, but it can't replace your strategic value. And that is the key to surviving king number one. AI won't replace humans. Humans that know how to use AI will replace humans. Now, here's king number two, okay? The second king is even more dangerous than AI. You're probably already thinking like, Ridge, what the fuck? I'm already trying to catch up from the first one. And it's coming from people just like you. Every single day, hundreds of new videographers enter the market. And the reason is simple. The barrier to entry has never been lower. You can shoot cinematic footage on an iPhone 15 Pro. The dynamic range, the low light performance, the fact that it's got log, the stabilization, it's better than cameras that cost $10,000 5 years ago. Fight me. You can edit pro-level videos on a laptop using free software like DaVinci Resolve. You don't need $50,000 editing suite or freaking Premiere Pro anymore. You don't even need Final Cut if you don't want to pay for it. You can learn everything that you need to know from YouTube University over a single weekend of how to make decent footage, decent videos. There's thousands of free tutorials teaching you how to shoot, edit, color grade, and deliver professional looking videos. It is easier than ever to start a video business. You can literally go from zero to professional videographer in a month with less than $2,000 in equipment. And that's exactly why most won't survive. Here's the 3 ways that this flood is destroying your market. Let me break this down, okay? I'll break down exactly what this influx of new videographers is doing to your market, because it's not just about competition, it's about the fundamental economics of your industry being destroyed. Number 1, it is creating a race to the bottom. When 50 videographers are chasing the same 5 clients in your city, the conversation inevitably turns into who's cheapest, not who's the best and who can deliver the best results. I've seen professionals shooting weddings for $500, corporate promos for 1,000, real estate videos for 100. These aren't prices, these are insults. But when you're competing with someone who just bought their first camera and is willing to work for exposure, or the real estate agent that can make the same quality video on their iPhone, what choice do you have? You either match their prices and destroy your profit margins, or you lose the work. This is the race to the bottom. And once it starts, it's almost impossible to stop. 2, the perceived value of video is collapsing. Here's something most videographers do not realize. When everyone can make pretty videos, clients can't tell the difference between good and great anymore. Think about it from their perspective, okay? They're scrolling through Instagram, looking at portfolios. They see your work, beautifully shot, professionally edited, color graded, decked to the nines, right? Then they see the work of someone who just started 6 months ago. Also pretty, also polished, also professional looking. On a phone screen, $500 and $5,000 both look decent. They can't see the difference in lighting quality. They can't see the difference in composition. They can't really see the difference in storytelling. To be quite frank with you, most people are making buying decisions based off people selfie videos that they do, UGC content, right? All they see is both of these look good. Why would I pay 10 times more for something that looks basically the same? The medium itself starts to lose its magic. Video becomes commoditized. And when something becomes a commodity, the price becomes the only differentiator. And 3 is the trust problem. This is the most insidious effect of the videographer flood, and it's the one that's going to hurt all of us in the long run. See, most of these new videographers can't deliver results. They can make beautiful videos, I'll give them that, but beautiful videos that don't sell, don't convert, and don't move the needle in business, they don't understand marketing. They don't understand funnels. They don't understand customer psychology or direct response principles or how to craft a message that actually compels someone to take action, and definitely don't know how to then take the video and distribute it properly through proper channels and track KPIs to deliver results. So they deliver these gorgeous cinematic videos to their clients, the client posts them organically, and then nothing happens. No leads, no sales, no ROI. And when those projects flop, clients don't just lose faith in that rookie videographer, they lose faith in video altogether. They start thinking, well, we tried that, tried making a cool video, hit the post button, nothing changed. Didn't work, not worth the investment. They don't blame the videographer for not understanding strategy. They blame the medium itself. And that hurts all of us, even the ones who actually know what they're doing. But here's why this is your biggest opportunity. And here's where it gets interesting, because while this flood is destroying most videographers, it is creating, again, a massive opportunity for the ones who understand how to position themselves differently. See, all of these new videographers, they're competing on the same thing, pretty visuals. They're all showing off their reels. They're all talking about their cameras and their lenses and their editing skills. They're all trying to prove they can make beautiful content. That's exactly why they're all going to struggle. Because while everyone else competes on price and pretty visuals, you can compete on something entirely different: results and outcomes. You become the videographer who speaks business, not bit rate, who talks about ROI, not resolution, who measures success and leads generated and revenue created, cash collected, lifetime value, not likes and comments. When a client asks you how much do you charge for a video, everyone else says $2,000 or $5,000 or whatever fucking random ass abstract rate they want to make. You say, that depends. What's your goal? Why do you want this video? How many new customers do you need? What's the lifetime value of a customer for you? What's your average order value? What are you currently trying to do that's not working? Let me show you how you can create a video system that generates a 10x return on your investment. See the difference? Everyone else is selling a product, a deliverable. You are selling an outcome, a solution. Everyone else is a cost. You become an investment. Everyone else is replaceable. You become irreplaceable. And that's how you separate yourself from the flood. Not by being a better videographer, but by being a better business partner. And that positioning becomes even more critical when you factor in the third king. Now, king number 3, the third king, isn't as flashy or new as the first two. It's silent, it's slow, and it's honestly brutal. It's the economy. We are currently and about to enter a recession, and I don't care what the official numbers say or what politicians claim. If you are a small business owner or a freelancer, you can feel it and you know that it is inevitable and it is going to happen. Budgets are tighter and they are tightening. Decision-making is slower. Clients are more hesitant. Projects that used to get approved in 2 weeks now take 2 months. And when the market tightens, every business rethinks what is essential. And can you guess what the first cut is? The nice to haves. And for most videographers, that's exactly where they live, the nice to have category. What happens to video budgets in a recession? Let me paint you a picture of what's happening right now in boardrooms across the country and what will continue to happen. A CEO is sitting with their CFO looking at their budget. Revenue is down, costs are up, they need to make cuts. The CFO says, we're spending $5,000 a month on video content. What is the ROI on that? CEO pauses. Well, it's for brand awareness, makes us look professional. It's good for our social media presence. The CFO then says, okay, but how many customers did it bring in? How much revenue did it generate? And the CEO just doesn't have an answer because the videographer they hired never tracked those metrics nor knew how to in the first place. Never tied the videos to business outcomes, never proved ROI. And the CFO says, cut it, just like that. Your contract is gone. And that is happening everywhere right now and will only continue to happen in the future. Companies are slashing their marketing budgets before they ever touch payroll. And the first things to go are the expenses that they cannot prove their value. Here's the 3 ways that recessions destroy traditional videographers. Number 1, budgets are shrinking. Companies that used to spend $10,000 in a video campaign are now spending maybe a couple thousand, or they're just not spending anything at all. They're cutting back on everything that doesn't directly generate revenue. And if you can't prove that your videos generate revenue, you are on the chopping block. Number 2, decisions. Decision making slows down. CEOs become paralyzed by fear. They're afraid of making the one wrong decision that could put their business under. So projects that used to get approved quickly now go through 3 rounds of meetings, 2 budget reviews, and a final sign-off from the board. By the time they're ready to move forward, they've either lost interest or they found a cheaper alternative. And then 3, clients get pickier. They want proof. They want case studies. They want guarantees. They want to see exactly how your videos are going to generate an ROI before they spend a dime. And when they start comparing proposals, they don't see your creative strategy or your years of experience or your artistic vision. The only thing they see is a price tag. And if your price tag is higher than the competition's, you better have a damn good reason why. But here's the flip side, and it's actually why recessions create millionaires. Now, here's what most people don't understand about recessions. They don't kill every business. In fact, some businesses thrive during recessions. Some businesses grow faster during economic turndowns than they ever did during boom times. Why? Because recessions don't eliminate spending. They just shift where the money goes. Smart companies don't cut their marketing during a recession. The marketing that works, specifically, they double down on it. They know that when everyone else is hiding, the ones who keep advertising are the ones who dominate the market. They know that customer acquisition costs go down because there is less competition. They know that the businesses that survive recessions are the ones that keep investing in growth. But here's the key. They only invest in marketing that works. They cut the brand awareness, campaigns that can't prove ROI. They cut the nice to have content that doesn't generate leads, the social media management campaigns. They cut the vanity metrics and the feel-good videos, but they keep and often increase spending on marketing that directly generates revenue, lead generation, customer acquisition, sales enablement, conversion optimization, the stuff that makes them money. And that's exactly where you need to position yourself. So here's how to become recession-proof. While most videographers are about to disappear, the few who reposition themselves as profit partners will not only survive, they will thrive. And here's how you do it. 1, you stop selling videos and you start selling revenue. When a client asks what you do, don't say, I'm a videographer, I can make you cool videos, I can increase your brand awareness, get you more followers, likes, whatever. Say, I help businesses generate qualified leads and close more sales using strategic video campaigns. See the difference? One is a service, the other is a solution to a business problem. Tie everything to metrics. Track cost per lead, cost per booked call, track conversion rates, track revenue generated, run ads, make it impossible for your client to cut you because you can prove with data that you're making them more money than you cost. You need to position yourself as an investment, not an expense. And when you can show a client that they spend $2,000 per month on your service and generate $20,000 in new revenue, you are not an expense. You are a 10x return on investment. And investments don't get cut during recessions. Expenses do. Investments get doubled down on. And this is how you survive king number 3. By making yourself so valuable, so measurable, so tied to revenue that cutting you would be a financial suicide for your client. Now here's how to turn all 3 kings into your biggest advantage. So now you understand the 3 kings: AI, the videographer flood, and the reception. These are real threats. They are happening right now. And they're going to wipe out 90% of videographers who refuse to adapt, and it already has. But for the 10% who see what's coming and position themselves correctly, these 3 kings are actually not threats, they are your leverage points. So let me show you exactly how to turn each one into your competitive advantage. Let's talk about leveraging king number 1. Don't compete with AI, use it. Here's the mindset shift that you need to make. AI is not your enemy, it is actually your assistant. Stop choosing the uphill battle when there's an easier route to get the same result. Start using Sora VEO3 to generate B-roll footage instead of spending hours searching stock libraries or shooting it yourself. Use 11 Labs to create quick voiceover drafts of your client so you can test during different scripts before recording the final version. Use ChatGPT to brainstorm hooks, analyze competitor messaging, and understand market psychology. AI gives you speed, but you're the strategist who ties it all together. To increase your efficiency to deliver higher output, you're the one who understands the client's business. You are the one who identifies their bottlenecks. You are the one who crafts the offer, structures the funnel, and measures the results. AI can help you execute substantially faster, but it can't replace your strategic value. And here's the beautiful part. While other videographers are terrified of AI and refusing to touch it, making excuses saying that it's not going to affect their business and they're in denial, you are using it to deliver results faster and cheaper than they ever would. You're not competing with AI. You're augmented by it. Now, here's how to leverage king number 2. With the flood of videographers that are coming into the market space, the worst thing you can do is try to compete on the same playing field. Do not lower your prices. Do not try to be cheaper. Don't try to have a prettier portfolio. Don't try to outproduce the competition. Instead, change the game entirely. Stop selling videos and start selling outcomes, conversions, and revenue. You are not a videographer anymore. You are a lead generation partner who uses video to grow businesses. And when a client says, "How much do you charge?" don't talk about deliverables. Talk about ROI. You can hire the $500 guy and get a pretty video that collects dust on your website or your Instagram account, or you can work with me and get a system that brings you 50 new qualified leads every month. Which one actually grows your business, do you think? This is how you separate yourself from the flood. Not by being better at making videos, but by being better at making money for your clients. Now let's talk about leveraging king number 3, okay? Don't be an expense, be an investment. The recession is going to force every business to make hard decisions about where to spend their money. And the businesses that survive are going to invest in one thing: revenue generation. So position yourself as exactly that. Measure everything. Track cost per lead, track cost per booked call, track show up rates, close rates, revenue generated. Make it impossible for your client to cut you, because you can prove with data that you are making them more money than you cost. Because if they stop spending $1 on you to get $7 out on ads, they all of a sudden lose $7. When you can show a client that they spend $3,000 per month on your service and generate $30,000 in new revenue, you are not an expense, you are a 10x return on the investment. And investments don't get cut during recessions, expenses do. This is how you become recession proof. By making yourself so valuable, so measurable, that cutting you would be financial suicide for your client. Look, these 3 kings are very real, and they're making their moves right now, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. You can either ignore them and hope for the best, or you can adapt and position yourself to come out on top while everyone else gets wiped off the board. The videographers who understand this shift and implement it will build recession-proof video businesses that generate consistent $20,000 to $50,000 plus months. And the ones who don't will be competing with AI and $2,000 wedding videographers, wondering why their industry is dying. But here is the uncomfortable truth. The window to make this transition is closing fast, and every day that you wait, more of your competitors are figuring this out before you do. And every day you wait, AI tools are getting better. I know you see it constantly, every video that you see. Every day you wait, the recession is forcing more businesses to cut their video budgets. The videographers who move now, who pivot their positioning, who learn to sell results instead of deliverables, and who become strategic partners instead of order takers, they are going to dominate the next decade. The ones who wait, they're going to get left behind. So here's my question for you. Which side of the shift do you want to be on? Do you want to be part of the 90% who get crushed by these 3 kings? Or do you want to be part of the 10% who use them as leverage to build something bigger than you ever thought possible? If you want to see exactly how to implement this recession-proof video business model and turn these threats into your biggest competitive advantages, a complete breakdown of the exact system that is helping videographers scale to 6 figures and even 7 figures while AI is advancing and the market is flooded with competition. Go to the description below this video, click the link, and watch the training. And seriously sit down and take notes. And let's make sure you're on the right side of this shift, because the 3 kings are already making their moves. The only question is whether you're going to be a pawn or you're going to be a player.